Hey guys, how we doing? Uh, just let me know if you can hear. Uh, Hold on, there we go. Sorry, I just seen it coming up. Right, 1 second. Let's get rid of a few tabs while we. Uh, Sorry guys, just getting rid of a few tabs up here, and then we can go. Right, let's do some analysis. Let's see where we're at. Okay, so looking at the DAX. Um, what do we have? So we broke out of this morning's range. Let's have a look at it on the higher time frame. Okay, so we broke out of the resistance area we were looking at this morning. We've come back to test it. Do we have clear range up to the next resistance? 22,778. Yeah, it's about 110 points. In fact, let's go to gold actually, because so we were looking. The reason I've come to gold is because we've got 12 minutes until COMEX. So look, I was looking for a sell on a rejection of this area. We bust straight through it, but we have come up to the next area where we can look at a sell on a rejection. Let's have a look at the 30-minute. Okay, so I need to see this candle close, ideally just below this area, and then we can look at trading below that low. Because we highlighted this morning that our bias was to look for sell orders. I'm so look at the 15. Because we're coming into COMEX open, I'm happy to look for sells as a momentum entry here. Let's have a look, see what it looks like on my broker. Now I'm going to wait for this candle to close. I'm going to wait for the candle to close, I think, because we've just got these wicks here. But if we do break through that wick low, what have we got? 29.10. There's 20 pips. There's 20 pips. It's a reduced risk trade, guys. Uh, on my broker, that is pretty much a live entry now. No, I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it just because the momentum has been so strong to the upside. I'm going to wait for this candle to close. We've got 10 minutes. We've got 10 minutes for the candle to close. If we can close below this area, we'll wait for a wick up on the 30 and then we'll look to sell it. Hey Rich, how you doing, buddy? Got coffee in hand, so ready to go. So yeah, no, I'm gonna sit tight on gold for now, but if we look at, do you know what? Even just looking at the daily looks horrendous. I'm not interested in the daily whatsoever. We need to break out of these ranges. So lower time frame definitely looks better. We can trade the range on the lower time frame. So if we do get a move below, so we've got 9 minutes. Let's see what's happened on the lower time frame. Let's have a look. See if we get any inclination here. 2910.5. There's 13 pips on the break of that to the 5-minute structure. Let's sit tight. Sit tight and see if we can get any nice returns and wait for the clearest. Right, we're going to focus. We're going to look for one trade today, guys. One trade. So where is the best trade going to come from? Mr. Webster, good afternoon, sir. So we're going to look for one trade. That's it. One trade and done. Let me mute you guys. Mute. Okay. So at the minute, as we look at the daily chart on NASDAQ, we haven't yet found any clear support to work from. So next major daily support is all the way down here. So from a daily perspective, our bias remains short until we get back above, let's say, the next resistance level. So our bias remains short. So let's just bear that in mind. So bias remains short. So we're going to look for, doesn't mean we're just going to look for sells. Oops. But what it means is the way that we manage a trade might be more favorable to give it more breathing space as opposed to using something like the 70% rule, which would be maybe looking for a long trade. So let's have a look. So what do we notice when we drop down to the 4-hour chart? So we're looking for areas of interest where we could look to trade. Now, we're looking for resistance to be formed in order to create a sell. No resistance has been formed yet here on the 4-hour chart. So let's have a look at the hourly. We've seen resistance form here, and in order to take a long or a short, we're going to have to see, for long, we're going to have to see a change in structure, which would mean price breaking out above this range here. And above there, we have clear candle space to run up into somewhere up here, but let's call it 19,804. That's a good 250 points. So we've got clear candle space to run up into this area. So if we were to run up in here and then resistance form, then that would be a nice place to be looking for shorts. Hey Frankie, how you doing, bud? So what we're looking for is a bias for shorts, but happy to trade. Where's the text gone? Okay. So resistance formed here. News is coming in what? Let me just check. I'm sure it'll be what 35 minutes. World clock. Oh no, it's going to be two. So news is 2 o'clock UK time, isn't it? BPC on NAS M30. Uh, so here I'd look at this as a breakout trade, Simon. We're looking to get long above this area. Now, one concern, let's have a look at this area. Oh no, you got 50, 56 points. So we've got plenty of room. So yeah, I'd look for a breakout trade above this high. So this looks good. So we're gonna say buys above 19,552. Let's call it 553. We've got major news at 2 p.m. So that's in an hour and a half. Major news, and it is USD. It's at 1400 hours, and it's jobs. Okay, so that's what we've got coming up. Oh, DAX. Okay, have a look at that in a second. Now, for sells, I'm going to want to see the market clear 19,416. Now, guys, we're just I'm looking for one good trade today, just one good trade. So we're going to be patient. We're going to sit here like a sniper. And then if it sets up, we're going to jump all over it. So 19, so sell below 19418. Let's get the alert. Let's get rid of that. Oh, I got rid of the wrong one. Never mind. Okay, NAS breakout long. Now, the reason I'm saying this is just in case we are looking at a different chart and the market just moves. So we're going to sell NAS breakout short. Okay, so we've got this one and this one alerts set. We've got the news that's coming out. Bias remains sells based on the higher time frame. Nothing else, just based on the higher time frame. But we will still look to trade long and short. Um, okay, 1 second. I know what's missing. There we go. Just had to get a little bit of music on in the background. Right, guys, who's in? Everyone's been quiet apart from Rich, Simon, and Future Frank. Uh, uh, 1 second. Oh, 1 second, guys. Um, right. Uh, Mr. Lee Crooks, good afternoon, sir. How um, Lisa, hiya, darling. How are you? Peter Cole, sorry we're not going to see you tomorrow, bud. Oh, hold on. Let's see what's happening over here. No. So gold isn't doing anything. Waiting for that 30-minute candle to close has definitely been beneficial there. Still not looking too appetizing. We can lose that now. 30 minutes left of this hourly candle. Um, it is. I don't like the longs here, but I would look for a long if we get a close above. Um, because we've got clear candle space. I would also look for a rejection from here or here. Um, so looking for a potential false break, maybe something like this little area where you see the seller come in, then takes out the highs and then reverses. So something like that. But we're in an area where I'm definitely intrigued in a correction area right now. Um, yeah, gold we just have to sit tight. So gold was sitting tight. NASDAQ was sitting tight. We've got sell stops, not sell stops, sorry. We're looking for potential sell orders should we break this low here. The news is coming out in what, an hour and a half. So there's still plenty of time. Um, and the market opens in 1 hour. We'll have a look and see what's happening on pre-market. We'll have a look at what's happening pre-market trading on some of the major stocks, just to give us an insight on what could potentially go down with the NASDAQ. Right. Right, let's clear all the drawings from this morning. Now, one thing, in fact, let's bring them back. So look, things we were looking at this morning was potential break above here, which we saw the market broke, just went in a straight line. Did it when the spreads were high, so didn't take this trade. And since then, it's been a bit, especially on this time frame, it's been very whipsawy. If you look, each candle is a wick to the upside, wick to the downside, wick to the upside, wick to the downside. Huge move down, come back, followed by another doji, and then we started to sell off again. So we are an interesting place, let's say, based on previous support that was formed here that we keep testing. Simon, you said BPC on the on the DAX M30 looks interesting in the sense I know what you were looking at. You've seen the market come down, test old support. You've seen a bullish candle. Next candle's wick down, looking for a break of the high. So it's not materialized on the 30, but if we look at it on the hourly, the setup is still valid. Okay, so how do you think we could look at a potential setup here? What do you think we could what would the setup look like here? Give me an example of how we could look for um, a, an entry. What could an entry look like? Give me some rules. So guys, how many of you are trading prop accounts at the minute? How many of you trading prop accounts at the minute? And that could be an instant funded challenge, or it could be a a traditional prop account. Because our team are in mass growth mode at the minute. We've got multiple prop accounts on the go being copied, and we are seeing some huge, huge returns. So if you're interested in learning how to develop your trading skill set and then copy across multiple accounts, you're in the right place. Now, if there's anyone that's new, that's never been part of Trade and Train, we are running a little promo at the minute just until the end of the month. So if you are new and you're interested in joining this and you just want to come in for 2 weeks to see what it's like, then all you need to do is click on, oh, I've just lost the link. Where are you? I'm not sure if this will work, but if it does, guys, there you go. Use that. That'll give you access until the end of the month. 19 quid. Just until the end of the month so you can see what we are, what we're about. And then you can make a decision when one of the team give you a call and see if it's something you would like to continue with. But what I'd like to say is we try and over deliver. I know there's a few members in here right now, so you can get some honest feedback from those guys. They'll probably tell you how terrible it is to be a member, what a terrible mentor I am, and Nolan and Adam. You know, we do such a terrible job, right, guys? If you do say that, you are Banned. Okay. Um, So Lola said rejection, bullish candle breaks the high of the previous candle. Yeah, exactly. So we've seen a nice big wick testing. Now, you don't see it here, but if you look on the 30, you can see this was old support. So price broke up, created support, and then buyers have stepped back in. When we look at it on the higher time frame, what we've seen is prices come down, tested it, created a huge bottom wick. So now we're looking at this candle. If this candle breaks the high of this one, then we're going to form an outside candle, and we should really quite easily push up to test these highs here. So that's 57 pips. Okay, Simon, you can stay in the channel, you can stay in the community. That's a great answer. Everyone else, you're banned. You didn't comment, you didn't leave any likes. You're banned. um, so this looks quite tasty. Thank you, Peter Cole. You guys, you've been too kind now. So gold, we're going to wait for the hourly candle to close. DAX, we can actually place right now. NASDAQ, okay, so as it stands, I want you to rate these. In fact, let's do it via poll. Which chart currently looks the best for a setup? Gold. Oops, can't spell. NAS 100 or DAX. Okay, guys, let me know what you think is looking best for a trade setup. So we've got NASDAQ markets still in pre-market trading hours. So we've got long above here should we break above. We've got sells if we get a close below 19,418, which is this minor support level here formed on the 30-minute. Then if we look at the DAX, we've just been talking about a potential break above this high here. If we look at the 30, this is we look down, we've got downrange candles followed by an uprange candle on the 30, bullish candle. The next candle wicks down, takes out the lows. So we're saying if we break the high here, we've got a good 70 points actually to the next area. So, or do you prefer gold? So let me know, guys. Hit the poll. Which one do you want to be? Well, come on, guys. I need to see some votes in here. Well, if you're not going to answer, I'm just going to go ahead and place my order. So now, because you're not answering, you're just going to have to guess what I'm doing. Let's have a look. Yeah, fabulous. You guys are quiet today. Okay, open calc. We've pressed. Ooh, where's market closing? Just logged in. Hello, Nigel. Just in time. So we've just done a poll. Which chart do you think is setting up best for a trade? We've got the DAX which is rejecting this little area here. We've seen some long-tailed, long wicks on these candles here. We've got gold, which is pushing into these resistance areas here. And we've got the NASDAQ, which is sat in the middle of the range, and we're happy to look at potential long and shorts on NASDAQ, although our bias is to the sell side. What are we thinking, guys? Bloody hell. Complete mixed bag. We've got 40% gold, 20% NASDAQ, 40% DAX. Hmm. Well, I am going to change my screen so you can see where I am placing my order. And remember, guys, this is for educational purposes only. So I'm looking at the DAX, which is unusual considering the time of day for me. So the high 22,718. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we've got orders in on the DAX above the previous hourly high, and in fact, I'm just going to get rid of that because I think, oh, what's happened? I'm going to get rid of this. Literally, I don't think we're going to go up that high, but let's bring it down a little bit. There we go. So that's extended targets. So what I'm going to look at doing is we're going to have T1, T2 inside this range, because if we look, we've got 50 points up to this resistance level. T1 is going to be 20 pips, T2 is going to be 40 pips, and then we're just going to hold on to our hats, and hopefully the rocket can take us somewhere close to there while we bring up our stop loss as the market moves in our favor. Now, as you notice, I was talking very presumptuous there that the market is going to go in our favor and do exactly what we want it to do. Uh, right. Okay. Oh. Right. Let's sit tight and see if we can do so. I just had a message from a member come through. I just had to reply. Hey guys, who else have we got in here? So look, the poll. There's loads of you watching, but still not voting. So I suppose now that I've placed my order, you're probably going to be. Uh, have a think, Frankie. Tell me. Let's go back. It probably doesn't look as clear on that. Is that? Have a think. So there's the buy stop. There's the stop loss, and there's the target extended. Have a think, sir. Tell me what you see. Why would that be a potential area to put a buy stop? How likely are we to get triggered there? Very likely or very unlikely? Alright, let me see if I can draw on the chart. Okay, so if we look, we've got a high here, we've got a low here, and another low here. This move has come up. What's it done? It's taken out, it's created a new high. The market's come back down, it's tested this old structure, and it's come back. And what we've seen is we've seen some long wicks. Now, on the 30-minute chart, what we've seen is, let me just get rid of these now. We saw that there was a bullish 30-minute uprange candle, and that was then followed by a bearish long wick rejection off the same level. So what we said is that when we look at the hourly, we've taken out the low, so we've created a new low on the hourly. So in order for us to get triggered above the high of this, what type of candle does this have to form? What type of candle do we have to form in order to get triggered? Any ideas, guys? What type of candle do we have to form in order? Okay, outside. So what's the probability of an outside candle forming? How often do they form? Do you know? Any ideas? They actually form more often on things like golden indexes. Frankie, outside. Yeah, you're right with outside, mate. Let's stick to the four candle types. We generally don't use engulfing as the terminology, do we? Because we say, right, we've got uprange, downrange, inside, and outside. Keep it in terminology that you're familiar with, ones that you will replicate on a daily basis. Okay. So if it's going to form an outside candle, there's a low probability of that happening. But where it does happen is there's usually then a strong follow through, meaning that if we see an outside candle, you usually get your 20 pip move. And we like to see outside candles start after a correction or after an impulse. So if you see a correction and then you get an outside candle, it could be the start of the next impulse, and vice versa. It could be the start of the next correction. So this is why I like this little setup here, and the fact that above this high here we have 60 pips to the next structure, which means we can hit T1, T2 quite easily before then the market uh, either comes back, stops us out, or runs off to our extended targets. Uh, NASDQ still sat in the range. So while we're waiting for this, let's go back and is there any charts anyone's looking at? Um, so yesterday, if you were on the live stream, Aussie did super well. I mean, it got within 58, 5 pips of the extended target that I spoke about. So if you remember, guys, literally, it's not something I trade as well. I just said, look, the market's failed here. We saw a nice impulsive move, change of structure. This correction was very corrective, meaning the way that it's moved higher isn't like this. This is impulsive. Look at the difference here, how this has moved higher, and then look at how this has moved higher. Lots of cycles. Each, let's say, impulsive move has been getting weaker. So that's what I would call a corrective move. This bit here, if you look at this bit here, this is a corrective move. This is an impulsive move. This is an impulsive move. This is an impulsive move. This is a corrective move. Do you see the difference in the way the market moving in each bits of those that I've circled? Yeah. So that's what you're trying to identify. Where's the market? And when you can't identify the difference between impulse and correction, the market's probably in a shitty area that you don't want to do anything with. So you stay away from the market in those periods. Uh, oh, so NASDAQ, we're waiting for it to break lower or break higher. DAX orders in, we're waiting. And gold, well, as I said earlier, this is an area that I'm interested in selling from. So if we get something, if we close, let's have a look, see what the 30. If I could find a way in short, I'm interested in shorts on on gold. If this hourly candle closes bearish, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to place an order on gold as well. Lisa, is that what you call him, hey? That old chestnut. Right. So if we get a bearish candle close on gold in the next 7 minutes, so in 7 minutes when this candle closes, the hourly, I'm going to look to place a sell order on gold as well. And then whichever triggers, I'll cancel the other. So we'll have an order on NASDAQ and we'll have an order on NASDAQ. What am I talking about? An order on the DAX and an order on gold. And we'll cancel one of them. That's only if this candle closes bearish. Hey guys, who have we got in here today? Any new joiners? So we've got a pending order on the DAX right now, which is basically above this hourly high. We're looking to trade it up into around the 22,900 area with T1 20 pips, T2 40 pips. If you're new in here, guys, just drop me a quick hello. So this is a typical BPC trade. So it means we've broken out of structure, we've pulled back, and we're looking for a continuation. And we're basically forecasting that the next candle or the current candle is going to be a outside candle. So low probability of triggering, but if it does, should move quite well. Um, right, Lisa, how's trading going? You've been a bit quiet recently. I'm guessing work's been mad. Saw you in this morning's session, but I appreciate work can get in the way unless you like Simon. And Simon just goes, right, fuck it, don't need work anymore. I'm ditching you on the head, and I am going to trade full time. Simon Webster, that's the spirit, mate. Like it. So if you can't manage your trade, guys, cancel pending orders and shut it down and come back either later or come back the day after. Now, I'm going to stick around till about 2:30 today. See if we can find anything because I'm only looking for one trade today. I'm looking for one trade. Okay, let's have a look, see what's happening on with the Mag 7. Look, look at this. This has 20 consecutive gains. Well, here is 20 days of consecutive gains. Oh yeah, cheers, Simon. Yes, thanks, buddy. Look at the area it's come into. Brilliant area for stock traders to be looking for buyers to come back in. And what is the direction? What we see is 20%. Considered a bear market, right? Yeah, see you Thursday, Simon. Take care, bud. So yeah, tomorrow there's no live streams, okay? Tomorrow there's no live streams. We've got a live trading day tomorrow with members, and if you are interested in coming to London for a live trading day tomorrow, by all means, uh, there's a few spaces that remain. If that's something you want to do, guys, is let me do the. I'll find you the link for. I tell you what, here you go, because it's the day before. There's a half price boot camp link. If you want to join for the day, there's about 4 seats that remain. If you're a non-member and want to come to London tomorrow, it's 8 o'clock till 4 p.m. In Earl's Court. Once you go through the payment link, I will notify you of the venue. So there is a half price link there if you want to attend and see some of the members. So yeah, that last square link there, that is to if you want to come to the live trading day tomorrow. So pre-market in Meta is pretty much at the closing price of yesterday. Let's have a look at Netflix. Again, similar sort of price point, although I think I'd be more interested if Netflix just had a little bit more of a drop down into that 827. Let's have a look, see what old Amazon's doing. Oh, yeah, Amazon's in a nice little area. Did we close? So Amazon down from the highs. See what we're down here. 20% as well. Tesla's been absolutely hammered from the highs. Pre-market is slightly up. Yeah, look at that 54% drop from the high. Old Elon won't be the richest man on the planet with that kind of drop. What else have we not looked at? Let's have a look at Google or Alphabet as it's there's some massive drops here, guys. Look at this, another 19% in a good area as well. Look at where prices come to. So all you're going to look for is price to rotate. Now, the hourly candle has closed on the DAX. So look, I still like it above here because we're going to see a change, but downrange candles. Let's have a look, see what's going on with the NASDQ. Gold didn't close. Oh, hold on. It did close bearish, but right. I'm going to cancel my DAX order and I'm going to cancel my DAX and go with gold. So let's just show what we've done. Here we go. So there we go. That's what I'm looking at. Let's just put that slightly above the highs. Low 29.10. So DAX order has gone, guys. I want to see a bullish candle. I need to see a bullish candle, and we've not seen it. So I'm going to sit tight. Even though it looks good, I need to stick to the rules, which is the bullish candle. If we have a bullish candle close, then we can replace the order. Okay, so DAX has gone. NASDAQ, we need to get a close below here or close. Let's just show you. So this is what we're looking for on 19,599. Yeah, it's fine. So we're looking for a close above here or close below there because we've got 50 odd points above here and we've got shed loads of points down here. So let's so realistically, guys, what you would do here is if you're initially placing the trade, you'd put your stops above the highs. But on the basis that I feel that if this is going to trigger right now, I'm just leaving my stop here. So that's where you put your stop. And then if this candle is the high and it triggers, then what you do is just move your stop down above that high there. Right. So let's see. Bring that back to where it was. Oh, that was a Jesus Christ. Didn't even look like it got there. Feel like a bit of jiggery pokery going on from the broker, but never mind. These are the cards we get dealt. It's not even got there. Unbelievable. Now, one thing to bear in mind here is because we are against the predominant trend of the day, 70% rule. So this is where we use things, trade management techniques to protect capital in theory. So if this was with trend, then I wouldn't be looking at using the 70% rule. If you're not familiar with the 70% rule, it just means if we get 70% to T1, we we move our stops to break even. So I was just trying to do a couple, and I think that got to 70, but I'm just going to move it anyway. So we're at break even now, so we can't lose anything, guys. I'm just going to move it a couple of pips. There we go. That's T1 hit. So give us a heads up if you've made T1. Let's put T2 in. Let me know if you got T1, guys. Nice, simple, easy trade there. Well done, future Frankie. Ever since your birthday, mate, you've just been you've been collecting pips for fun. Okay. Let's just bring this down a little bit. And T2. Right, let's run it now. 20 pips. It's a much better feeling, isn't it, getting T1, T2. So remember, guys, I did say to you that I'm only taking one trade this session. So that's my trade. Okay, and that's me done. If you T2 and out, lovely jubbly. There we go. Now, look at that. So that is quite interesting. So that's my trades done. I'm not doing another trade now. This is my new rule. And and the reason for this new rule is, yes, there's times where I have two or three trades and they go and it's great. But if I'm in a session, I'm just gonna do one trade in the session. Okay? One trade in the session. Now, it's very easy to get carried away. Very easy to get carried away. So pick a call, Lola T2, pick a call T2 and break even. Lovely. Well done, team. Great work. You got to be in it to win it, right? Um, mm, okay. Question. Could we take the H1? You could, but look, you're 8 minutes in, so there's 52 minutes left to go. So I wouldn't even consider it. Okay. Uh, BTC is doing the same. Hold on, this is a question in my members channel. What are they saying? Uh, uh, Drop now, have patient, no trade. Anyone anticipating a sell-off? And Golden 39 support level is YouTube. Okay, yeah. Okay, guys, nothing major there in the chat, but yeah, lovely, lovely. One trade, one win. Make sure if you are on the live stream, you're new to it, hit some likes and comments for the trade setup. Hope you got in it. Hope you followed. If you didn't, no worries. Just get used to what we do here on a daily basis. Remember, YouTube is it's not something that is part of the members subscription. This is just something that I do as a bit of, let's say, brand awareness. You can see who we are. You get a feel of what the members are like. I mean, I'm going to be very biased about my members. They're they're a great group of people, to be fair, or the active ones are. Because we've got a lot of members that, and a lot of them aren't that active as well for whatever reason, work, family life, I don't know, financial commitments, I don't know. But the ones that are active, which is probably about one third of them, real good group of people, very, very supportive of one another. Um, you know, if you are looking to be part of a community, then we do have a great little deal out at the minute where you can basically try it for, I want to say nothing. Um, if you want to join Trade and Train for the rest of March, there's a link there. It's £19. There's no ongoing fees. It's just a one-off payment, £19. Join the team. We do London stream 7 a.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We do a New York stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. All recorded, watch lists, etc. So if you are looking to be part of a community, click on that link, join us. It's only 19 quid for the rest of the month. And then if you do like what you see, then you can subscribe at some point in March for the rest for the ongoing future. But if you don't, then you spent 19 quid to find out what Trade and Train's like. You probably spend more money going to the pub on 2 pints of lager and a couple of bags of crisps. Okay, so if it's something where you, in fact, if you didn't just make 19 quid on that last trade that I've just shared with you, you've basically got the rest of March for free. How many of you just made more than £19 on that last trade? In fact, let's see who traded gold with me. Right. Oh, I need to close the other poll first. Uh, let's open a new one. Did you take gold short? Question mark. There we go. Another trade. Another trade. Another poll. If you just answer that for me. And the other thing I want to say, guys, is I know we have quite a few members in here. I did some stats the other day with the live stream. Um, and Anna took it. Of course, you did, Anna. That's why I went to Target. Um, if you go to most brokers, you will see, not most brokers, any broker should have the statistics on Aaron TP2. Hello, mate. You're back again. Welcome, pal. I don't know if you saw, I've just posted a link. You can join Trade and Train for the rest of March for 19 quid. Normally 147 a month. So if you made more than 19 quid on that trade, you've just got a free membership for the end of the month. Now, I love the idea of gold short. It looks really, really good. Technically, it's setting up perfect. Um, Unfortunately, we've got us out at T2, but you've got 17 minutes if you want to take another trade, see how it moves. And you've got, yeah, yeah, nice. Ooh, look at this. Active group, that's what I like. So, look, these are things that we preempted and we planned the trade and we've traded the plan. Obviously, it'd be nice to have caught some more pips, but we didn't. Part and parcel. Gold still going. Anybody else still in? Nah, I'm not. Shreyas, oh, you've just joined. All right, buddy. Well, welcome, mate. We did just take a gold trade, hit T1, T2. Um, it is setting up for another leg lower, at least down into this area. But uh, 15-minute traders, you could look at this. If it wicks up, you could take you know, a flexible risk or dynamic risk, whatever you want to call it, where if it wicks up, because you're expecting the chart to move lower, right? So if you expect it to move lower, you want it to go up to create a top wick first. So if it moves up anywhere in this region, you could take a lower risk lower risk trade. So what I mean by lower risk, let's say you trade at one lot, um, fixed lot. And then in here you could maybe trade at zero point 0.3. And then if it comes down and breaks the lows, you trade at 0.67. So that's something you could do. Um, but look, it's moving lower, so I wouldn't do anything. Just don't don't jump in because ultimately we need it to create a top wick right before we can do anything. So let's see how it pans out. Oh, DAX wouldn't have triggered, but not looking as rosy. You'd have to wait for the news here now. So there's no trading pre the news right now because you're not going to get a close below. Nigel's out of gold now. Let's have a look. Okay, yeah, been bringing your stop down as the market's been moving with it. Should be a nice little result on your account there, Nigel. Uh, okay, yeah, here you go, guys. I'll just put the link in the group. So look, if you are looking, I know there's a few people looking for uh, funded accounts. If you this one is for instant funding, so there's no challenges. 20% target growth, and it's a scaling plan. So Static drawdown as well, no daily drawdown limit, so really, really flexible. Probably the best trading conditions you can get as a trader. Oh, Mr. Briggs, 2.1%. Lovely jubbly. Thank you, sir. NASDAQ 1 hour is interesting. NASDAQ, we're waiting for price to break. The only concern I've got with this right now is we're coming up into a news event at 2 o'clock. So you've got Jolt's jobs opening at 2 o'clock. So we need price to like break. If you look at it on a 30-minute, this is the area we're looking for it to break. Here or here. So there's nothing else that we can do until those levels are broken. That's the main thing, right? We've got to really take um, right. Okay, so this is the kind of thing that I'm saying. If price was to now test, let's say 29.11, you put a very small amount of what your normally risk would be, and the higher you do that, the better it is for your trade. And then just put your stop above the high of this candle because that's the one that's broken out. Now, if you wanted to use the 30, then obviously in this instance it's going to be the same, but the higher the top wick is, not seeing a TV screen. Thank you, Lola. That's because I'm still on the damn MT5 chart. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go back to what I was saying, and we'll reiterate the whole scenario. So basically, see if I can say it in exactly the same words, which I very much doubt. So basically, what we've had is we've had the market break out of this consolidation area after prices risen into an area of resistance where we said we were going to look for a sell rejection and slightly higher, we were going to look for buys. Now, based on the 15, we had that strong close outside of this consolidation. And if we are expecting the market to go down and we want to sell the lows, ideally, I want to see this candle create a top wick before we sell the lows. So if you want to be, let's say, a little bit more aggressive, but using flexible risk management, then what we can do is we can say, right, if the market's going to create a top wick before it comes down, that means price has to push up. So if price is going to push up anywhere in this zone, so let's map it out, anywhere in this zone here, we can look to place either a sell limit or you can go sell live at the market. It's up to you. And we want to use the high of that candle there as our stop. So if the market does keep pushing up, then we only lose a few pips and it's a fraction of the normal risk. But if it does push up, trigger us and then reverse, and then we have the rest of the position sell stop in there, then perfect. You end up making much more than you would do if you just had a sell stop underneath the lows because you've gone in at a higher price with a smaller amount of risk, so you're getting more bang for your buck. Does that make sense, guys? Mm, okay, good man, Frankie. Sell below 22,602. Oh my days. I feel like I'm just getting ripped apart. Tip of the day for you. Uh, Tip of the day, Constitution Hill in the 4 o'clock. There you go. That's my tip of the day. But you weren't expecting that. You can, and ooh, all right. Um, right. Nothing else is going on there. Let's see what's going on with NASDAQ. NASDAQ still sat. Let's just bring that down a little bit for the 15 support. So we're going to call that 19403. Now gold, look at this. This is exactly the area where you'd want to be putting small risk. So I tell you what I'll do. I'll do it on another account. I'm not going to do it on this one. So I'm just going to change. There we go. I've just gone in at small risk. Um, so this is on a separate account. Um, 1 second. So let me show you. This is a separate account. Let me change TV. So as you can see, all I did is I've gone in at very small risk. What's that? Okay, NAS is breaking out. So that is one that I would look at for, hold on. Yeah, NAS, look at NAS, guys. We'll come back to, I'm just going to stick on this for a minute because I've got very small risk trade on this. As you can see, I'm only in at one lot. Let's put partial TP. And then I'll come back to the NASDAQ. So this is completely separate, guys. This is a different account, so it's not going to affect the profit made on the other one. And then if this does hit TP, I'm just going to leave this one to do whatever because it's only a small amount. But you'll get the idea of what I've done here. I told you I'm not placing any trades on the other account. So 7 pips, I'll go to break even. 5 minutes to the US Open. Yeah. There we go. So we're at break even, and why did that not hit TP? Hold on a second. It's not even. What is going on here? It didn't even move stop loss to break even either. So we're having system malfunction here, guys. So that went to TP and oh well. It's only thank God it's only a little one. If this had been on the full account, that would have really annoyed me. Yeah, it's still got full lot size on. So I'll 2 minutes. NASDAQ didn't break the level. It just flirted with it. I'm just looking now on the other screen. Just a little bit of a flirtatious move with our support level just to trigger my alert and rattle my eardrums. All right, get our cursor back over here for stop loss at entry. See if this one, see if it works for a second time. Well, we need to get 7 pips in profit first. All right, here we go. Round 2. Tell you what I'm going to do as well. I'm just going to bring that up just in case. So let's see if this top wick plays out. So remember, guys, that the thought process was the market is going to come up, create a top wick, and then potentially break these lows as the hour candle plays out. NASDAQ still sitting. Right, so I've brought the deal ticket up as well because if we do get to 7 pips up and the stop loss at entry doesn't work, like it didn't work the first time for whatever reason. That's why it didn't work. Because I'd changed accounts, the damn magic keys was grayed out. It's only just gone blue. I had to tick out algo trading. There you go, guys. So always remember if you're using magic keys and you change accounts to make sure you retick algo trading. So should work this time if we get there. God, NASDAQ is still set on that level. So there was me blaming Magic Keys, and it was my own fault because I'd not ticked the algo trading as soon as I changed accounts. So basically, if you can have it installed on multiple accounts, but as soon as you change your accounts, it won't be activated unless you click DLL imports or algo trading. So a little bit of an error on my part there. So I don't need this backup anymore. But top wick's going to form and it's going to drop down. So it doesn't matter anyway. Now, one good thing that you can always look at doing as well, guys, is have a few accounts to do different things. So let's say you have oh, look at this, guys. How many times do I tell you? Always during the live stream, my mum calls every time. Literally every time. Right. And there we go. Let's get out of that one. There we go. So the top wick didn't form there. So never mind. Let's go back to do what we do best. Oracle shares fall 6.7%. So, oh, hold on. In fact, where's my account gone? Let's bring it back. There we go. So, right. So there you go. We're back on the main account. So we've not hit the daily target for today. We're still $230 away. So can you see that, guys? We're $230 away from the target. Oh, hold on. What am I? Here we go. No, wrong screen. No, wrong screen. There we go. So just literally one trade, one win, $300. So we're still away from getting there, but I'm only doing that one trade for the session. I don't mind. I'll have multiple accounts. I have a little personal one that I'll just trade and I'll do different bits. But like I said, on this account, on live streams now, I'm only doing one trade on my accounts that I copy. Gold is making a move. So you've got 24 minutes for that candle to close. If that candle closes like that in 24 minutes, guys, then you've got a serious candle up for grabs. Then you've got some big room to trade to the upside. So we caught the sells at our rejection area, and we said we'd look for buys if we get a close above this area. So that's looking good. NASDAQ, it's not setting up yet. We've had a move below here, and then it's rejected. The DAX has decided to sell off. I'm going to leave the DAX alone now. I don't. What's that on? Gold. Um, So look, if on which candle, 15-minute candle. Okay, so you could do your resistance level is going to be slightly higher on gold. I think I'd just wait for the hourly to close on the basis that news has just come out. Like, sorry, news is out in 23 minutes. News is out in 23 minutes, so don't do anything yet, guys. Don't do anything yet. NASDAQ, if you break above here, then there is a trade. I think NASDAQ and gold are the two trades. If I was to, oops, what chart's that? I'd wait the 22 minutes, guys. Wait the 22 minutes. What's the worst thing that's going to happen by waiting 22 minutes? So I'm not going to hit my daily target today because I'm not going to take another trade, but I am going to be positive for the day. Um, so it's a win-win. What's the win? The win is I've been disciplined. The win is I've stuck to my rules, and the win is I'm positive for the day. So that's how we have to look at it, guys. We can't look at it any other way. We have to set uh, uh, that's good. Mm. So alerts set on the NASDAQ. Gold had a nice little spike there, didn't it? So I think looking at gold now it's broken right above those highs. Anna, if you do want to, now we've taken out those wicks, you could look at it. Still 65 pips to the upside. So yeah, in 5 minutes. Uh, ooh, see how it closes though. If it comes back down below the level, then leave it alone. Wait for the hourly. So what? Uh, yeah, look at this. Pulling back into the range. Just sit tight, guys. There's no trade. Like I'm gonna reiterate it and reiterate it and reiterate it. There is no trades for me this afternoon now. I've taken the one trade on the live stream um, for all the copy accounts, which we hit T1, T2. Then I did a very small personal one, um, which I was highlighting the flexible trade management, which obviously you're looking for that top wick when the market was once it had broken down, and you're using a tight stop above here, so literally very very tight stops. Um, that one didn't obviously pay off, but it's negligible. It doesn't affect any of the copy accounts. Um, how many of you trading multiple accounts? Oh, let's have a look. What was the? Did you take gold? Okay, so guys, there was a maybe good 20 or so of you, 25, I think, in here when the gold trade was placed. and I'm seeing only 9 votes. Is there anyone that didn't take it? If you just press no, and if you did take it, hit yes. I just want to see who's actively trading and who isn't. And by the way, guys, I can't see who's voting, so it's totally anonymous. So it doesn't mean anything um, either way. But yeah, for example, Nigel took it and he made 2.1% on his instant funded account. So if you did take it, well done. Another couple of votes coming in. Keep them coming, guys. I wanna see who's getting there. Live trading day tomorrow. Yes, starts at 8 a.m. guys. Starts at 8 a.m. We'll be finishing at 4 o'clock prompt tomorrow. Um, let's see what the news does in 15 minutes. See if we get a spike on the DAX or see if we have a rejection. Oh, Euro's pushing today, isn't it? Look at that. And now, interesting price point. So if I was looking at any sort of corrective move, I'd want to see the highs here pop through. I'd want to see the market pop through those highs here, and then I'd look for selling the lows. So that's the way I'd look at this. So see if the market breaks those highs here that I've highlighted. See if it breaks those highs, and then look for opportunities to get short. Right, gold. Here we go. Anna, so you've got your 15-minute close, you've got a wick to work with. This one's pulling down. How many pips do you have? 10. I was going to say if you had 20 pips, then you could look at a flip entry to get long into there, fill the range. I wouldn't do a flip on that without a decent pullback on the wick as well. But if you're trading, then it breaks the highs, you're in, and you basically, did that just hit TP? No, very close. I didn't take it, but look, I'm just looking. I'll show you. I'm just looking on my other screen because you'll see the charts are quite a bit different. So I was just looking from the break of the high here. How many pips did it move? It got like 9 pips. So if you did take this, stop loss should be underneath this low now. Um, you don't need to use 70% rule here because you're going with the daily momentum. That probably just hit T1 now. You got your T1 there, Anna? Anyone take that? It's not for me, like I said. I'm not doing anything on. I'm not taking any further trades now. I'm just going to be an innocent bystander, sat here, relaxed. Profits in the can. One trade, one and done. You did now. Well done, Anna. All right. There we go. Right. Nothing on the DAX. Now, I think then if you were going to look at another trade, if anyone was looking at another trade today, I think I'd be inclined to either look at the gold on a higher time frame, so like the hourly, and see if you get a nice wick to do a flip entry to go long. I'll explain that now. So if we look at this, look at the hourly, we're seeing a nice big outside candle. If we close above, we've got all this wick to work with. So if the next candle comes down, taps into here, we're going to buy, look for a flip to fill that range. That that's that has potential. But remember, we've got 12 minutes in news, so you're probably going to see a little bit more volatility. Nas is popping, not yet, but here we go. Wait the 12 minutes, guys. Don't get eager. Wait the 12 minutes. I know some of you are probably wanting to press the buy button as it breaks this high. But look, what's the worst that can happen? The worst thing that can happen by not pressing the buy button. The worst thing that can happen is you're not in a trade. And if you're not in a trade, what does that mean? That means no stress, no concerns, you're not actively watching it, you're not worried. If you did just buy it as it broke the highs, guess what? You'd be looking at this now going, oh, are we going to get our 20 points before the news comes out? Or what if it drops down here? How am I going to manage it? You're gonna all these different mind games are going to be going through your head. Whereas if you just wait for the market to break and close above, wait for it to wick down, buy the break of the high if it does. Yes, no losing money. Perfect. That's what we all love. So, and if it just goes off without you, so what? You get another opportunity. It creates more clear space. So just get yourself in the right mindset to know that, right, if this happens, I'm doing that. So if it breaks and closes above the resistance level, and then it wicks down, I'm going to buy the high of it. I'm not going to do a momentum entry today. Why? Because we've got news in 10 minutes. I don't want to get caught or wicked into something and then it completely reverse on me. So they're the scenarios, right? And if it just goes without you, it goes without you. No stress. No stress whatsoever. So who's made some pips this session? Now, interestingly, the Dow is 200 points down. S&P is down as well, but just, and then Nasdaq's up 100 points. So who's made some pips this session? Yeah, well done, team. Well done, team. That's right. Yes, I'm gonna be done here, guys. As I know I was let's wait for the candle to close and then I'll see if there's any setups for you. But I am done. You know, the and this is what you can do to yourself, right? Even for me, and I'm very disciplined. I'm looking at this and I'm seeing trades and I'm seeing setups and I'm thinking, do you know what? Place a trade, do this. Why? Just because I've not hit my target, it doesn't matter. I've taken one trade. I'm going to be even more disciplined with myself now. I'm I'm looking for one trade per session. That's what I'm splitting it down to now, guys. One trade per session. No ifs, but no buts, no maybes. If there's a trade that I want to take, then what I'll do is I'll go to one of my little smaller personal accounts, just so I've placed the trade and I'll make a note of it, like I did with that top wick. I'll make a note of it. If it doesn't do anything, if it wins, loses, it doesn't make any difference, but it just stops me from taking unnecessary trades on all my copy accounts. So that's a new rule of thumb that I've employed this week. Okay, one trade per session, done. Now, hourly traders, wait for the news. If the news spikes gold down at 2 o'clock, so if it closes above and it spikes down, then a buy above the current high would be something that you could look at. Why do you think that is, guys? 5 minutes. Let's see what happens. DAX broke below the level we were looking at, but we'd already sold gold, so no trade. And I don't even think there was a setup. Ooh, no, I wouldn't have caught anything there, even if I was looking. Yeah, look at that. Those momentum orders would have just been kicked hard. 4 minutes. Well, 3.5 minutes looking at the timer down here. See what the news comes out. It's Jolt's jobs. Not sure, not sure how big an impact it's going to have today, but if anything, it's probably going to have a bigger impact on the NASDQ than I expect it to have on gold. But I mean, the dollar's getting battered from the euro. Uh, Interestingly, so yen's down, so yen's getting hit hard. Getting hit hard. Gold, sorry. Dollar's getting hit hard, but gold's up, so it's not a move to safe havens because dollar's selling off and yen's selling off. So the panic mode hasn't set in because we're not seeing the flight to safety in Japanese yen and US dollar as well as gold, even though we are seeing some equities over 20% down. Look where we are on gold. Gravitated back to this 29.18. Look at how many times the market has opened and closed here over the last, what, 6 days? 6 trading days? Unreal. Open and closed here, open and closed here, closed here. Again, tested through it. The daily high. Today we don't know. It could be the high, it could be the open, it could be the close. But this is definitely like a line in the sand where we can see the market is gravitating towards. So when we get areas like this, especially on the higher time frames, this is where we expect there to be a strong move either above it or below it. We don't know until after the event, so that's what we're waiting for. 2 minutes, guys. Oh, sorry, little yawn there. So I'm just going to take one trade per session. So it's to stop the overconfidence and, you know, even from being on live streams and sat with people, it's easier, even in coaching sessions, it's very easy for me to spot a trade and take one for a setup purpose. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to reduce not losses, but make the buys better buys, or sorry, make the trades better trades. So I'm going to look at all three markets. I'm going to decide which market I want to trade, and then I'll just trade that one. Um, I might close half if it goes against me and re-put the half on. So let's say, for example, let's say I wanted to trade this one. Let's say I did a momentum entry. As it comes back in, I close half off. I still have my order stop loss underneath here, and I'll put the other half back on. It's is to stop the highs and the lows because I'm quite an aggressive trader. I'm quite aggressive by nature. I do things in excess, whether it's going to the gym, whatever it is, I tend to do things in excess. I'm quite fully committed in it, which is a good thing, but it can also be a little bit detrimental. So you mentioned something the other day, Aaron, about you were surprised I took a trade when I was $1,700 up on an account, and obviously that would have been the same on the other three accounts. Um, and I went on about um, what's his name, the ice hockey player, Wayne Gretzky and LeBron and Jordan. These people, they keep shooting, and I have that mentality. Now, it's great when everything's trending. So, for example, right now the markets are very much stuck within ranges. So, if I was to just go to you and say, right, let's have a look at the daily chart on gold. When the market's doing this, it's easy. When the market is arranging like this, yes, it's the best place to trade is from like support or resistance or as close to it as possible. But as soon as you get in the middle, your probability of success is reducing. And this is what when I reviewed some of my trades yesterday, I noticed that the first trades I was taking from support, the second one's like the one that I said I would take all day, every day, which where was it? I think it was Uh, what? Are we Monday today? I think it was this one here. We got close above. I got slipped. Look, it closed above the level. It wicked down. It triggered us in. Yes. I look at it and I go, realistically, we should have got back up here. And based on the way the market moved, if I hadn't got slipped, I should have been a break-even trade. But we've moved all the way from this area down here, and if you think about where we are in the range, we've gone from the range down here, and this is the top of the range. We are so much closer to the top of the range than we are from the bottom of the range. Therefore, the probability of it getting here or the probability of it going down here was much greater against me. And I was caught up in the moment. We'd had one great trade, which was the same as what we. Um, sorry, 1 second, guys. Um, Yeah, so the probability of our trades hitting targets, we took this one in the morning, then we took this one in the afternoon. They were a lot greater because we were taking them right near the bottom of the zone. Then we taken it just as we were breaking out, but we're breaking out into the upper range of the zone. So it's very easy to get carried away in the moment, and that's what I'd say is rather than getting carried away in the moment, you take your one trade, you make your cash in that session, and just walk away. I'm sit here and I'll talk through charts and I'll go through them. Um, the objective now is one trade in the London session, one trade in the US session, and we call it a day. If we hit a big one in the London session and then we see, right, okay, nice, we don't have to trade in the US session, but we can do. Obviously, that's the one that would be the one that would make a good day a great day. So, Anna, this is the trade that I would be referring to. Now we've had a decent wick down, we've had a big close up. This is a flip trade I would look at here. Buy, fill that range. This come down to tap the level. But like I said, that's that would be what I would have done in previous sessions. But just so you can see, I'm not going to be placing any trades. So, but that would be where it would be. Up here, you got 40 pips to the wick high. So I hope that kind of explained it for you there, Aaron. It's I just had a little bit of a self-reflection moment last night with myself, and thought, you know what? Over the last couple of weeks, I've handed back a good chunk of change through over trading. Let's say, yes, I believe in keep shooting in order to score, but let's do it at the right times. Anna's placed it. Well done. So, yep, remember every day, if you can, if you can't do it on a daily basis, at a weekend, go through your trades, look at what you did, look at your thought process, look at the trade setups. Would you take it? And I remember after I reviewed it in the session, I was like, I would take this trader all the time. When I got back, I was like, hold on a second, we just gone from the bottom of the range, which was here. We traded it. We've gone into near the top of the range. I was like, Mark, yeah, you're asking a lot from the market. You've gone from the bottom near the top, and now you want it to get all the way to the top again. So here you go. If you, Anna, the flip has just triggered. If you would have taken it, so that'll be 10 pips somewhere here, including spread. So and that's your 10 pips. So well done, Anna. 2-1 and risk free. Uh, oh, Nasdaq's decided to have a little nosedive. Oh, hold on, wrong chart. What? Uh, all right, let's have a look. See what the because where's my what did Jolts come in at? So Jolts came in slightly better than forecast. It came in at 7.74, forecasted 7.65. Uh, so I'm not sure how significant that's going to be across the market, the broader spectrum. But we shall see. The big ones tomorrow. We've got CPI data out at 12:30. So I'm going to be at the live trading day. So I'm not going to be doing a live stream tomorrow. Yeah, no, I won't do one unless we do one from the live trading day. See if I can take a mic. But what about camera? Uh, Let me think if how we could do a live stream from the event tomorrow. If I can get a camera to do the live stream, I've got mics that I can take with me that I can plug into. Maybe we do a live stream from the event tomorrow. I don't know. Let's see. But I'll be stood up in front of the TV, so I don't want. Let's see. Maybe we can do that. We'll try. We'll try. I'll see if I can do an event live stream from the event tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll see if we can do it. Uh, Camera and mic. It's just the camera. I'm not quite sure how we get. Uh, uh, I'll have a think. I'm not sure how we'll do it, but I'll have a think. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we can do. I'm not exactly a techie guy, guys, so we'll see what we can do. All right. Let's have a look. See who. So 7 of you took the gold trade. So well done on you taking the gold trades. And nice pips in the bank there. All right, guys. On that note, I think we're gonna have to wrap up now. I've got someone waiting for me on the other end of the line. Um, Great trading team. I'll see if I can see you tomorrow. Now, remember, there's no live streams as it stands right now because tomorrow I'll be away from home early doors. Um, in fact, maybe I can do a really early one on YouTube. I'll see. I'll let you know tonight. Might be like a 5:45 one tomorrow on YouTube to a 6:45, and then I do a dash to the hotel. All right, guys. Well, listen. Have a great day. Well done for being disciplined, Anna. 2 trades, 2 wins. Well done. Nigel, 1 trade, 1 win. Myself, 1 trade, 1 win. Everyone else, let me know how many pips you got before we go. Don't forget to hit some likes and a share and make some comments, guys. There was no comments yesterday, so I need you to up the ante, guys. We uh, we need to get this live stream being aired all over the place. Enjoy the chat as well. So, guys, take care. Have a great day. Bye bye. Oops. Let's oh, so was that? Yes. Okay. The March trial. Here you go. So for the March trial, that is there. So that link is £19. You can join Trade and Train for the rest of the month for £19. So it's normally 147. So there you go, guys. Uh, £19. Get yourself joined. See what we do, and enjoy the community. Any questions between now and then? Let me know. All right, guys. Take care. Bye bye.